groceries. I can show here. Don't mind my messy apartment. When you're traveling and you're on vacation, don't worry about cleaning up. That's my mentality, at least. So there's my groceries. First impressions of Istanbul. It's very lively, very lively. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun here. So it's gonna be time to eat lunch soon and then exploring more of the city in the afternoon. So I'm in my hotel room in Istanbul and it's about 1:04 p.m. and you can hear there's praying happening. So this praying is called the azan and you'll hear it several times throughout the day in Turkey. Yeah. I'm definitely in Turkey. So note to self, before you do any grocery shopping, do a little bit of research and look up the words for things that you want to buy. I thought I was buying yogurt, so I bought this, but it's kind of like watery, like it's, I don't know if you can see, it's like liquid. It's like milk. So yeah, not yogurt, something else. So that evening was really cool. I actually got to go to a concert at this park. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name, but I'll put it on the screen here. I went to a concert to see a DJ, Boris Brejcha, and it was such a good show and it was so cool because I feel like I got to see another side of Istanbul that I wouldn't have been able to see had I not gone to this concert. So it was my first time in a Muslim country and I was a little bit nervous and very curious about how the culture would be different from what I'm used to. But then when I went to this concert, I felt very comfortable and got to hang out with lots of people my age and just have a really good time. So I felt very safe the entire time I was at the concert, and I actually walked to the concert by myself and walked back. The next morning was kind of a quiet morning. The streets were very empty and I kind of started my day slowly. Good morning, everyone. So today I am probably going to go to a beach in Turkey, in Istanbul, or I might go to the Grand Bazaar. Yesterday was Sunday, so it was closed. And I want to do some shopping today, so we'll see how that goes. It's a little bit cooler today out, but still good weather, so should be a good beach day or a shopping day or both. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get out there, hit the streets again, talk to people, meet new people, and explore more of the city. So that's it for now. So this day was a pretty chill day. I just kind of oriented myself to the city and I walked down Istiklal Street and just got a feel for what was in the city and what kind of shopping I would want to do later. This is Galata Tower, which I walked past to get to the old town. This is me crossing the bridge, the Galata Bridge, and getting a beautiful view of the water. It was a bit of a cloudy day, so not the prettiest, but I got a lot of sunshine later on. So after I crossed the Galata Bridge, I kind of stumbled into this park that I fell in love with. It was so beautiful and I really got to enjoy a lot of space and a lot of nature, which I'm really used to as a Canadian. And so Istanbul is such a lively, bustling city, so there's lots of people everywhere. So for me, I really enjoyed getting into a park and getting to have some space and hearing the trees rustle in the breeze and just slowing down a little bit. Good morning, everyone. So it's about my 4th day in Istanbul, and today I'm going to be going to the Grand Bazaar and checking out more of the old city. As you can hear right now, there's prayers going on, so I'm going to show you now. So that's it for now. I'm going to be going out soon, and it's a beautiful sunny day here, so it's going to be another great day. So, as usual, I started my day off by walking down from Taksim Square across the Galata Bridge and into the old city. And I was really excited to check out the bazaars because I had tried to go the day before, but it was actually closed. So this is the view from the outside. It's very, very busy and lots of stuff to see and to do. I was a little bit nervous and slightly uncomfortable at times, being like a solo female traveler. I did get a lot of people obviously doing their jobs and trying to sell things to me, but personally I just dealt with that by kind of not making too much eye contact unless I was really interested in some of the products that people were selling. And for the most part, people just kind of kept to themselves, and I did feel comfortable shopping by myself. So this is inside the Grand Bazaar, and this is the outside. The streets were absolutely crazy with the amount of people everywhere. And I felt like every time I turned a corner, there was like another million stores to check out. So it was really, really fun. You could find tons of jewelry, tons of like designer knockoff items if you're into that. Lots of cell phone cases, tapestries, and this was cool. This is called pampas grass, which is very expensive in Canada, so I would have loved to buy some, but don't think it fit in my suitcase. And as you can see, it's super congested, so if you don't like crowds, maybe don't go shopping at the Grand Bazaar, but I loved it. It was super cool. So if you're big into history, you can totally check out the Grand Bazaar. It's in the historic district of Istanbul, and apparently, according to the internet, it has over 4,000 shops, which I'm not too surprised by actually. You can buy jewelry, textiles, ceramics, spices, carpets, leather products, and Turkish souvenirs. So there's a little bit of something for everyone. So as I was checking out this part of the shopping district, I was kind of blown away by how much gold jewelry there was and how much silver jewelry, and so much to see, so many ornate like decorative dishes and teapots and lots of cool items, tons of cool shopping. So at this point in the day, I was completely exhausted and kind of over it and over the shopping. So back I went to Taksim Square, crossing the Galata Bridge, enjoying kind of the late afternoon sun. So it's 5:44 in the morning. I got woken up by someone trying to repair their motorcycle or scooter or whatever on the street. And then you get the loud PA praying. "5:44 in the morning." I think there's 2 mosques nearby and they're both praying. Yeah. So it's my second to last day in Istanbul, and today I'm going to be doing some souvenir shopping, and then I'm going to Topkapi Palace. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. And then afterwards, I'm going to treat myself to a visit to a Turkish bath. So it's going to be another great day. The sun is shining. It's a little bit cooler today, which is totally fine by me. So off I go. Hey everyone. So right now I'm in my favorite place in Istanbul. I have to look up the name of this park, but it's the most gorgeous park ever. And the sun is shining and there's a breeze and I can hear the rustle of the trees. Let me just show around. So it's got this beautiful like brick pathways and then these beautiful trees. There's like space for everyone. There's birds singing. And then I don't know if I can show you guys here, but you can also see the water. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I feel so at peace here. It's just the most beautiful park ever. So I have to look up the name of it and then I'll let you guys know. So the name is Gulhane Park, and it's totally worth a visit, especially if you just want to take a little bit of a break from the bustling city and you just need a little bit of time with nature. I highly recommend going there. This is the most beautiful park ever. My favorite park by far in all of Istanbul. So after that time in the park, I headed towards Topkapi Palace, which is an iconic historical complex located in Istanbul. And I was super excited because I'm big into history and big into culture, so I knew I was going to learn a lot of stuff and get to see a lot of beautiful historical things. So first thing was I had to wait in line. There were a lot of tourists on the day that I went, and so I ended up waiting in line to get my audio guide for a long time. But once I entered the complex, it was totally worth it, and I could see why there were so many people visiting, constantly huge streams of people coming into the complex. So Topkapi Palace was the primary residence and administrative center of the Ottoman Empire for 400 years or nearly 400 years. And it was built in the mid-15th century, which is super cool because I study historical stuff. And so I was very, very interested in this. And it was super beautiful, super ornate. And even though there were so many people there, and let's face it, mostly families and couples, I felt very comfortable. So there weren't too many like solo travelers and solo female travelers, but I felt very comfortable and I felt like I had space to slowly go through the palace and listen to my audio guide. And I have never ever been to like a palace before, so it was a new experience for me, and I was just blown away by how well maintained it is and how there are so many different areas and just space for everyone to enjoy the history and the culture. So after that super long, super fun day of shopping and sightseeing and checking out the palace, I slowly made my way back to Taksim Square on foot because I love walking everywhere. And on the way back, I bought some juice. I'm totally obsessed with fruit, so I had to pick up some pomegranate juice on my way home because I was so thirsty from such a long day. Such a fun day, but such a long day. Right, so after a long day of sightseeing at the palace, I'm off to my first Turkish bath experience. A Turkish hammam, I think that's how you pronounce it. I will report back how it went. I'm really excited to just relax and lay there and let all my stress and worries melt away. So, all right, here I go. So this is the name of the Turkish bath that I chose. It was built in 1454. It's called Aga Hamami, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. But I chose this one because it's so old and it's so cool, and it did not disappoint. My first Turkish bath experience was amazing. So you start off by going into a steam room and you are completely relaxed. You're laying on the tile and you're just enjoying the tranquility of the space. And then after a certain period of time, someone will come in and tell you to go to another section of the bath. And in that section, you are told to, or asked to rather, like take off your top. So after that, a female employee will exfoliate your skin and put lots of soap all over your body and give you kind of like a exfoliation, or I guess like a rub down. And it's a little awkward at first, not gonna lie, because you're kind of with some strangers, some other like women in this really small room. But you quickly get very comfortable and you get to just enjoy and relax. And it was a really good experience for me. So after you go into the steam room and then you have an exfoliation treatment. Afterwards, you're kind of wrapped up in a robe and a towel, and I got to sit in the top section of this Turkish bath and just enjoy the atmosphere while drinking tea. So this is the view of this little couch that I was sitting on, and it was very, very beautiful, very relaxing. You could hear the water fountain, and there were other people around you, but everyone was very respectful and kind of kept to themselves, and it was very, very quiet and just very chill. So all in all, it was an amazing experience, and I kind of booked the bath visit kind of just like last minute, and I really wasn't sure what to expect, but it was worth every penny, and I would go again in a heartbeat. So make sure if you go to Istanbul, you have to go to a Turkish bath no matter what. And I highly recommend the one that I visited. It was beautiful, it was relaxing, and it was just everything I needed after a long day of sightseeing. I've just come from my Turkish bath experience, and it's a windy night here in Taksim Square in Istanbul. It's my second to last night in the city before I go home, or begin my journey home. Very lively, as usual. So it's my last afternoon / evening in Istanbul. So I'm about to head out. I'm gonna hit the streets and go to get some more fresh juice, probably try another pomegranate juice or watermelon juice, and then pick up a few more souvenirs and just enjoy the last stroll through the city before I go home tomorrow. So off I go. So these were my last moments in Istanbul, and I was really sad to leave because every single night there was just so much going on and so much to see and do, and where I'm from we just don't have this kind of nightlife, so I was really sad to go.